This is Paul McKenna for PT Boxing Association with ES News. Down at Gallagher's gym today with me, the main man, Joe Gallagher. How are you, mate? Okay?
Yeah, not too bad. Good to see you, mate.
Good to see yourself. Obviously, a few of the lads in today. Some sparring and just obviously general training. A lot of the lads out December the 10th, 4, I think,
Yeah.
and then Paul Butler out the week before. So busy times.
Yeah, busy gym today. As you've seen, Paul Butler's in sparring today. Good sparring. Kevin Satchell, Callum Smith sparring, Scott Quigg sparring, Jose Burton sparring. Busy time.
Yeah.
Like I say, all the kids in the gym today, Scott Cardle, Anthony Crawler. So busy day, busy gym. Like I say, a big push now towards the end of the year. It's been a tough year, but a good year.
Yeah, hopefully ended on a high. And obviously Paul December the 3rd, and then who have you got out December the 10th? Quigg.
December 10th, Marcus Morrison.
Yeah.
Callum Smith, European British champion, defending his British title in Blackledge. A fight that the board made, so we don't get stick. That's his mandatory, so we've got to fight. Jose Burton, and what I think will be the fight of the night, him versus Frank Buglione. I think that's a great fight, and I think that deserves a proper time slot on that show.
Definitely.
It shouldn't be like a 5-6 o'clock job. I think when you look back at the Frampton Quigg gig at the beginning of the year, the fight on the night, and that was Burton Shinkwin, and that was like a 6 o'clock time. So I feel Burton Buglione is deserving a decent time slot, whether before Chisora, White, whatever, and then obviously Scott Quigg, the return Scott Quigg at featherweight. So yeah, a busy night, week before Paul Butler, and we've got all the opponents sorted now, and like you say, it's full steam ahead.
That's it. Obviously, Scott Quigg opponents not confirmed yet or not able to.
No. There's should be later on today or tomorrow. We're just waiting them to wake up to the side of the world, and hopefully they'll announce it.
See, now what I was going to speak about Callum Smith fighting Blackledge. Now I was speaking to Callum before. Now it's like one of that, you can't really win. He's getting some stick for defending his British title. I don't understand, what would people rather see him fight?
We're no different in a situation where Kell Brook, Lee Selby, they were at the times British champions, more so Lee Selby, Commonwealth European, and while they waited for his shot, he had belters to defend, and that was it. Callum Smith's European and British champion. The board made this a mandatory, and that's it. What do we want to do? Not fight and wait till the fight when it happens in April next year, March, April next year. We've got to fight, and we need a fight with title conditions on it. I know it's easy to say, oh, Luke, you lost to Rocky and Callum beat Rocky, but boxing doesn't work like that. Luke Blackledge will be well up for it. He's got some good wins on his record. There's over Liam Cameron and other kids, and he's a good solid kid. We've used him in the past for sparring. He'll be coming with a point to prove, upset the party. And I hear people saying, oh, we're taking him like they were overlooking him. Now we're not. We're training for Luke Blackledge, or we're training for a world title. We want to go in there and do a right job and show everyone and get everyone talking and bounce into the world title fight. And with the British title, we've got title conditions with it. He has to make weight, check weighs, everything else, and we need that. And end the year as British and European champion. And Callum Smith hasn't had a chance to defend that British title yet. It's a mandatory, and that's what we're doing.
Exactly. Marcus Morrison will be out in his, will it be his 14th fight?
Yeah, 14th, 15th fight, yeah. So just a 6-rounder, just to end the year, and then 2017 then is time to start pushing him forward, like, so it's got to be an exciting time for Marcus. He's done well, developed well. I think this is like his 7th, 8th fight at the arena, so he's getting used to fighting there all the time now, and he's had a good year this year, Marcus, as has Jose Burton.
Yeah, as you've just mentioned, obviously Jose against Frank Buglione, it's a really good fight, really exciting fight, and as you say, I hope myself that it gets put on at a suitable time, because you know it's definitely going to get the fans up for the
I do feel obviously you got Chisora and White. No disrespect, but I think that's a bad fight. I don't think it's got to be a good fight. I think it's got to be not a really good fight, a lot of huffing and puffing. But when you look at the light heavyweights, Burton Buglione, I think it's a real good fight. There's Needle there, there's Pass there from the GB box off. And Jose Burton's on a good run of form this year. He started the year winning the British title. He's had 4 fights this year, 4 wins, 4 knockouts. Frank Buglione fought Chudinoff for the world title. He's moved up a weight division now. He's had some good wins. And he's changed trainers now. He's with Don Charles, a very good trainer. There's one thing with Buglione, he'll come fully prepared, and when you're studying Buglione can do a bit of everything well. He can punch, he can box in the back foot, box in the front foot, and we've got to be prepared for everything comes. But I do feel them two, that's got to be, you'll be watching it like that, but the two of them, I think that's got to be a belting fight, and hopefully it's given the proper time slot on platform. And if it was me and I was in charge, I'd be putting that on before Dylan White and Chisora, and then go with your heavyweights. And I think it's a great fight, and it's warranting a worthy slot. And you've seen Louis Ortiz last time out, I think he should be on like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So anyway, there you go.
Obviously Paul is out a week before the rest of the lads. It'll be his second fight under yourself. Obviously only fresh to working with each other, so a little bit difficult at this early stage to implement what he's learning and what you're teaching him and so on into the fights. But it seems to be going well. You've had one fight. He's had one fight.
I was really pleased with his fight in Bolton the other week. I don't really have to say anything. I think everybody else is doing the talking. If you look at Twitter that night, you look at the people afterwards, they're all saying Paul Butler, wow, class, do you know what I mean? Good feet, pushing in, pushing out, defence tighter, shot selection, quality, and I don't think he really took much of a shot in anger in the whole 10 rounds, and it was a good 10 rounds. Same again now, and the little adjustments that we're doing with him now, the working, he's learning, he's picking them up, and he's getting quality sparring, good variation of sparring, and get a good win, and it'll be a big 2017 for him as well. And although we've had some big fights this year and we've been unlucky in some of them, I've seen someone putting some stupid tweets out and about saying 7 world title fights, lost 5. But listen, the 5 big fights, look at yourselves. Well, what other stables in the country are in a position where 5 kids have fought for world titles this year? Anthony Crolla, people forget, beat Barossa in I think one of the best performances this year. Liam Smith defended against Padraig, and then the loss to Linares for the Ring Magazine belt. Canelo, pound for pound best fighter. Quigg lost to Frampton, which was a pay-per-view event, sold out arena. Frampton's gone on and done well. Do you know what I mean? So they're not losing to Muppets. Pedrosa, Sosa, good fighters. Do you understand? So it's like, what can you do? People forget the other 24 wins we've had this year. Callum Johnson, Scott Cardle, Jose Burton, picking up titles. Callum Smith winning the European title. So people are forgetting about that. But like you say, it's been a tough year, but no one would have give the likes of Anthony Crolla 2 years ago a chance of fighting for the Ring Magazine or in unification. Liam Smith,
not just fighting for it as well, in a competitive fight.
And Liam Smith, no one would have gave him much of a chance a few years ago to come through now and be involved in them big fights, and they acquitted themselves well. Stephen as well. But like I say, it's that's it. You just got to knuckle down. Next year's got to be a bigger year with the likes of Butler world title and Crolla rematch. So listen. You win some, you lose some. We were in there, we're in the fight, we're in the position. We didn't win them. We weren't favourites to win them, so I don't know where the sticks come from, but we just knuckle down and we carry on. And boxing, you win some, you lose some. But, the fighters have all dusted themselves down and they're hungry to get back at it. Liam, Crolla, you see Crolla's in the gym today. Liam's itching to get back at it, and Quigg, they want to put wrongs right, and that's what you want to see. They're not sitting back now thinking, I've had my big payday and everything else. They're not. They're hungry. They want to get in there and they want to prove themselves again on the world stage.
Yeah, obviously, as you've just said, in a nutshell, it's been a bit of a roller coaster year. You've had your ups and downs, but as you just said, you know, the fights that you have lost are all to elite, not just world level, elite world fighters. So 2017, as you say.
But people still forget this stable at the moment currently holds a European champion, 3 British champions, a Commonwealth champion, and a WBC silver champion, WBC number 1. So a lot of gyms in the stables in this country would love 2 British champions, a European champion. We've still got that. It's just that the big hitters all fought at the world stage against the elite, but they'll come back and they'll win titles again. And the kids at this level now all move up next year, so we still boast all them, and then I'm sure everyone else in the country love them amount of belts closing the year. So we've just got to crack on, keep our heads down, and there's too much negativity out there, and if you listen to it, you can get wrapped up in it. Do you understand? We know what we're doing, and we just crack on and move on, and we try to achieve and push the boundaries that little bit more, and get them lads to better themselves and compete at a better level.
That's it. Obviously, recently come back from Monte Carlo with Stephen. Unfortunate for Stephen on that night coming out with the loss, but. Trying to make that rematch, I believe, for it to happen in England, you believe? Yeah, no, they said afterwards, Sosa and all them, they all said, yeah, listen, we'll do the fight again. I think Eddie Hearn said there's a chance that he could do it again, and it's a good fight. Not making excuses. I think, listen, Stephen May got caught a little bit cold early on.
got caught. So we studied him. So until you're in there, so he was a little bit faster, closed the ground quite quick with his feet, hit extremely hard. But you can see Stephen, he got caught feet, got hit on the way down, 10-8. Then he got cut in the third. You can see him going, Jesus, everything's going wrong here. But he did enjoy, showed great character, great determination, desire. Fourth round, and just thought, Joe, what? I'm going out firing here. Do you know what I mean? I've got to lose, I've got to go out firing. He came in, dug in. And then people say we don't have a plan B. Well, after that, then it won't working from range. We got up close, we pushed him on the back foot, we smothered his work, and got success down the straight. And the last round was his best round, Stephen Smith. So, yeah, listen, it's a good fight. But years ago, if no one said Stephen Smith would have been in that position. He lost to Ped'S, and he lost to Sosa this year. Sosa had a good win on the road to win the world title for Walters, and
Drew as well. Got the draw.
So that's it. So, listen, Stephen Smith. He's ready to go again. Do you know what I mean? He'd love that fight again, and I think what a fight it'd be in Liverpool as well. I think everyone would pay to watch that fight.
Yeah, most definitely. It's as you say, it's going to be a big year next year. Crawler back in the mix, Stephen, Scott, and it's busy times. So I wish people would focus more on the positivity rather than the negativity.
Listen, you have it all your life. People say, "Oh, you can't do this, can't do this, can't do that." But listen, we know nothing lasts forever, and we're just got to in it for as long as we can. It's everybody's moment, whether it be Billy Graham's, Brian Hughes' years ago, Phil Martin's, everything else, Ingles, Kawasaki's, and we're in that cycle now. In 5 years, 7 years, it'll all be over. It's stable, it'll all be finished, it'll all be gone, and we're in it. We've got to do the best we can and come out of it, enjoy ourselves, and then be able to meet up and talk about the good times and enjoy it and not take life too serious.
Just one question before we go. I've spoke to a few of the lads about it today. The whole Lucas Browne situation. Now, I don't know if you've read or seen what he's failed a drug test for the second time. It's happening a lot recently, surprisingly in the heavyweight division more than any other. But what are your views on this?
Listen, drug cheats. I've said it in an interview the other week. I feel boxing is waiting for another black eye. It's waiting to happen, and it'll take a fighter to be killed in the ring and the opponent to be tested and be positive for it to have something to happen. Let's do prevention. Do you know what I mean? Let's do it before something happens. Do you understand? Let's ban one strike, out, gone. Now, sometimes on one strike, you hear stories, you think, and I know sometimes fighters, they can be innocent, they've got a cold, they'll go to the chemist, take their advice, and they take it. It can be a banned substance. So it's hard sometimes because there is that innocence about it where they've not done that. Other people turn around and say, well, listen, there's a chart there, there's a website, you go on it, you check each product and everything else. If you're professional, that's what you do. But I don't think, I do feel it's banned. We're in a sport, as I always say, legalised killing, and it takes someone to be killed for this to happen. And then you'll be talking the uproar about ban boxing again and everything else. We're not runners, we're not sprinters and everything else. You're in there to try and do harm with anyone, and it should be banned. And there's fighters there and promoters shouldn't entertain anyone that's done it, because they're allowing them back in by giving them a payday, giving them exposure. So promoters should have a zero tolerance, managers should have a zero tolerance. So if there's no promoters, TV will say we're not doing it, and promoters don't do it. Well, where can they go then? They've got to pack it in or go somewhere else. So that's it. I think there's just got to be zero tolerance all the way aboard. But it won't happen until someone gets killed, and that's when it will happen, and then everyone will start jumping up and down and that. But they've had loads of warnings, and they keep thinking it isn't got to come and knock on their door, but it will do, and it will happen, whether it be in Mexico or whether it happen in America or be in England. It's going to happen. Sooner or later it's going to happen, and then we're going to have the fallout from it. Let's not let it happen. Let's do it now. Let's do it. Let's clamp down there. So Lucas Browne banned, anyone else banned. The trouble is this year, I think it was at Vargas, he got caught, and then someone come out and said it's Mexican meat, so he allowed him fight. I heard Wilder's been caught with something now and they're allowing him fight against. But so how can you do that? Do you understand? It's just like I said to you, watch, and it's a bad thing to say. I don't want it rushing anyone touch wood, but that's what it's got to take to do this, and I feel we should have zero tolerance straight away. I don't care what excuse. That's it. Don't take it. You're professional. If you're a professional and you go to the chemist before they get it, lap it, everyone's got a phone, search it, get the website up and do it. I kind of take that. Is it banned substance? What is it? Do you know what I mean? There's a bit of ignorance there, do you understand? So, just zero tolerance, can't stand it.
That's it. Well, Gallagher's gym is a clean gym.
Yeah, I think Callum Smith, Stephen Smith, they were all tested today. They're all part of VADA on this
the random
testing. So I'm all for it. I think that zero tolerance and more board checkways is what's needed. I really do. I'm all for it. No problem, because I want the fighters to be healthy going into the ring. I don't want them cutting weight. I don't want this and little corners where they can cheat. Eradicate it all. Let's have fighters, human beings, going into that ring healthy, done the weight right, no drug cheating, and everyone being fair. And let's minimise the risk of any accidents happening.
That's it, mate. 100%. Well, on that note, it's been a pleasure speaking to you as always, mate. Thanks a lot for your time.
No problem,
I'm sure we'll catch up before the
no problem, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks,
Thank
Paul.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.